All right. So this is my eighth vlog now, and I hope the video is okay. I can't use my phone right now because I have this mindfulness app. It's called Forest, and what you do is you like plant a virtual tree for so many minutes, and then if you get on your phone before the tree grows, it like wilts and dies, and you have this like virtual forest to kind of remind you how much you focused. And if your tree wilts, then it's like uh, then you have this wilted tree to remind you, forever that you couldn't make it 30 minutes or however long you planted your tree. So I'm not gonna. I have somewhere to go, and I wanted to record one of these, but I'm not gonna make my tree wilt. So I'm using my desktop now, and I'm using my really crappy Logitech camera. So I apologize. And it's a different angle from my office. Basically, I'm not sure if this is interesting. I usually sit in a chair that's like right over there, and but I know this is like a cluttered background. You read all this, these advice articles about how to do YouTube videos, and they're like, "Oh, make sure your background's not cluttered." And yeah, my background's like super cluttered. I have like Warhammer figures and stacks of books and all sorts of crap, vitamins. Um, I have these posters, sometimes maps, like that Ultima Online map in the top left corner is actually a cloth map, but I have maps of Unreal Worlds on my walls. So yeah, so this is the I guess it's officially the first day of my Thanksgiving break. I'm off from actual classes until next Monday. Yesterday was kind of the first day because I didn't teach. I still went to my office, but otherwise this is my first day where it's like everyone is off. So last night around usually we go to bed around like 10:30. My wife and I are just sitting around, and I'm like, oh, it's break. We should watch a movie late at night. Go to bed late. Stay up till midnight. So we log on to Amazon, and we see it's like you know like the first movie they suggest to you, the top movie on Amazon Prime, and it was The Age of Disclosure, which was about basically like UAP, formerly known as UFOs, and government, you know, programs, and now all these like Air Force pilots are talking about seeing UFOs, and people in the CIA, like consultants, are talking about working on programs, and there are these government hearings. There are whistleblowers saying that money is being misappropriated for these like black UAP reverse engineering programs. I thought it was like really fascinating. I get really frustrated with watching movies like that or thinking about these topics. Like, I don't like feeling like I'm essentially by analogy, like I don't like feeling like I'm like a house cat or like a kept pet by the government or like by larger systems. Like, obviously there are things that you know I don't know about, right? Like macroeconomic trends, and you know uh, um, uh, what's going on in Richmond in the legislature, and but ostensibly macroeconomic trends, you can read reports, you can read minutes of like economic forums. The legislation in Richmond, I'm in Virginia, you could look at what the legislator's considering, read all the notes, all the bills and stuff. I don't like this idea that there are like things off the scenes, like outside of the mise en scène, that like are shaping my life, and I don't have any understanding of it. I guess I'm a little suspicious of that idea too. Like, are there really these UAPs, these higher intelligences that are you know um, basically influencing human society and all this stuff? Like, that idea, like for this reason, I don't know what that says about my psychodrama. That creeps me out, um, and I find myself resisting it. Like, I'm just like, oh, this is all nonsense. This is just like science fiction. And but what's weird about this documentary is that it's starting to blur the line between science fiction and reality. I mean, like, it was showing footage of this David Gorish guy who was an Air Force. I think he was Air Force. He was military. He was assigned to look into UAP programs and found that they existed. And was a whistleblower in Congress, and they had a, at one point they had the senator, man, I can't remember his name. He's the Secretary of Defense right now. He's Cuban American. I forget his name. I try not to keep track of politics. It's like, it's not my favorite topic, but what the heck is that guy's name? Anyway, I won't waste time. But a senator, currently the Secretary of Defense, is being interviewed about this and is saying, "Yep, these are real things. We need to look into them." So it just, I guess I would prefer my science fiction to stay in X-Files and not in reality, or in novels, and I'm not sure but I guess to intellectually put some distance between me and that documentary's content. It was a good documentary. If these topics interest you, you should check it out. It definitely stirs the imagination and kind of makes you excited. Like, oh, we're living in an interesting time. I just feel like how much more interestingness. That's not a actual adjective, but how much more can we take? Like, the rise of artificial intelligence. We had the issue with the pandemic. We have civil polarization. Everyone's arguing with each other, and now it's like, oh, and also aliens. It's like, I just want to live in like uninteresting times. I want to like have I think I have Middle Earth. You can't see, but Middle Earth is one is framed up here. I want to like live in the Shire and just I want to live in a Jane Austen novel and just concern myself with true drama. Like what gift am I going to give the host of the party that I'm going to attend, and should I get cut flowers or silk flowers for my coffee and conversation hour I'm holding? Like those are the important things that I want to focus on, not aliens and artificial intelligence and civil unrest and blah blah blah. But yeah, so recommend that movie. What else is going on? I started reading that Erving Goffman book. I have it around here somewhere. The Presentation of Self in Everyday Life, and it's pretty interesting. I'm just maybe through the introduction in the first chapter, and he distinguishes between, the impressions that we seek to give people. Like, I'm a professor, so like, I'll do things to like project that identity. Like I'll wear a blazer when I teach. I'll, I'm trying to think of allude to literary figures, in conversation more when I'm, presenting the role of professor. I'll try to project this identity. Those are intentional attempts to kind of construct an identity in, public life. And then there are the other ways we project an identity, which are like not intentional, right? Like that we don't intend to give people an impression of us, but it happens, So like I do a lot of interruptives when I speak. I don't know if you notice this, ums and ahs and stuff. That suggests some people might project a character of nervousness onto somebody or intelligence. Someone might the ums and ahs and the inability just to kind of finish a sentence is what does that say about a person, right? Like they have are they nervous? Are they thinking too much? Blah blah blah, right? Or other would be like shifty eyes. Like if you're in a court situation and a witness is trying to present themselves as like honest and objective, but then they're like their eyes are shifting and stuff, and people go, oh, I think they're lying. So he's distinguishing between like our efforts to intentionally project an identity, like a mask in public, and then there are these other parts which just kind of come out. I guess we could use a Freudian unconsciously, right? Like they just without our control or without our consent. And I think that's like intriguing. It is making me think about how I intentionally try to construct an identity in public. I haven't really thought about that. I'm sure we all do. Like, I'm wearing Cleveland Browns hat. I'm trying. What can I say about that? Like, I don't watch a lot of football. I mean, I watch a little bit of football, but I'm from Cleveland. But maybe I'm wearing a Cleveland Browns hat because I want to you know, I'm now psychoanalyzing myself. Like, I'm a professor. I'm from rural Ohio, and I want to oh, I have not forgotten my roots in the Midwest, right? I have not forgotten my roots in the Rust Belt. I might be this, intellectual, but I also want to remind people I'm from a working class family, right? Like, is that, you know, I promise I don't think about these things when I put on a Cleveland Browns hat, but Goffman is saying that, well, we all do think about those things, like that when we construct, when we're um, kind of thinking about ourselves, who we are, like we're constantly trying to engineer how people understand who we are. So that's just the first chapter. I'm actually not done with the first chapter yet. I read the introduction and the first chapter, but well, that's I'm at 11 minutes, so I guess yeah, that's what what I'm thinking about today, and have a good day, and hopefully the video quality is okay. Bye.